How about them Cowboys? Angry Cowboys fan. Born to battle. Some just means we never sell. America's team through thick and thin. When the sun shines bright, that's where we win. Angry Cowboys fan.
What's going on, Cowboys Nation and Angry Cowboys fans around the world? Y'all know who it is. It's your man, the Angry Cowboys Fan. And I swear, it's a gift and a curse, Cowboys Nation. The Dallas Cowboys having a quiet offseason is a gift and a curse for Cowboys Nation, for talking heads, for beat writers, for reporters, and for content creators. The reason why I say it's a gift and a curse is because it's a gift. We don't have to hear Jerry and Stephen Jones screwing up football operations right in front of our very eyes. The curse is when there's nothing to report on. Some Cowboys fans, some Cowboys content creators, reporters, as well as the talking heads will come up with the topic they feel will get the most engagement. The topic that they feel will get the most Cowboys fans to click on their videos. In come a post that I saw on X as well as DLLS Cowboys' most recent video. Who are the top 10 Cowboys under the most pressure in 2026? So we're going to take a listen to the 3 clips that I got for y'all, and y'all know what we're going to do. We're going to come back and unpack this raw and uncut. So, Angry Cowboys fans, let's go ahead and take a listen to Jeff Kavanaugh as he speaks about who the number 1 Cowboys employee with the most pressure on his shoulders is for the 2026 NFL season.
And number 1 is Brian Schottenheimer. He's under the most pressure because we got rules around these parts, ladies and gentlemen. If you're unfamiliar with the Dallas Cowboys, when things go wrong, if things go wrong, I can tell you who will not be held accountable, and it is the people in charge running it. They will not be held accountable. They will not get fired. They will not have a role change. They'll just carry on, and they'll figure out who else is going to get fired for this. And the answer can very rarely be nobody. So Brian Schottenheimer, if this team doesn't make the playoffs, or if this team performs even worse than just barely missing the playoffs, I think it's very possible that 2 years is all you get, partner. And so I think the head coach is the guy under the most pressure. If CP fails, you failed. If Dak screws up, you failed. The quarterback ain't going nowhere. The front office ain't going nowhere. The only guy who could go somewhere is you.
Cowboys Nation, I'm going to keep it a buck with y'all. I rock with DLLS Cowboys. It's not a video that disses DLLS Cowboys or disrespects their football knowledge, but I disagree with each one of these takes. I mean, I honestly don't understand how you could put someone on the hot seat after their first year of being the head coach. I can see if they lost every game, but at the same time, even if they lost every game but one, they shouldn't be placed on the hot seat after their first bad year of being a head coach. Now let's listen to the second clip where Jesse Holley gives his perspective on Brian Schottenheimer being on the hot seat. We're going to come back and talk about it.
Jerry talks about, let me talk about this being the most desirable job in the league. And people they weren't busting down the doors to get to the Cowboys job. And so it kind of fell into the lap of Brian Schottenheimer. So you missed the playoffs again as the head coach, or you underperform again as the head coach. Now you start having Jerry Jones come in, and now he's starting to look around and he's saying, you know what? I should have went with my first thought and for my first gut, and that was to go and do X, Y, and Z over here. So a ton of pressure sits in the lap of Brian Schottenheimer. He can have all that positive talk and all that rah-rah talk that he wants, but as Clarence always says, the standard is the standard. And the standards, if you're not making the playoffs, my boy, I don't know if they're going to let you sit around here another year.
I mean, he's right, Cowboys Nation. He's right on one thing. No one was beating the door down for the Dallas Cowboys head coaching position, but I would also ask Jesse Holley this. Was any other coach beating the door down with the team that would eventually hire them Or did the team reach out to those coaches in question to see if they wanted an interview? I mean, I could be wrong, Cowboys Nation. DLLS Cowboys do have credentials, and they're closer to the Dallas Cowboys than I'll ever be, but I thought it was up to the team to contact the coaches for the interviews and not the coaches calling the teams in hopes to get an interview. Let me know in the comments section, Cowboys Nation, because I'm a little foggy on that. Now let's go ahead and listen to Pop himself as he gives the reason why Brian Schottenheimer is the one that should be on the hot seat so we can come back and unpack this raw and uncut.
Yeah, and that's where it is, because it's the only two coaches that had two bad seasons that lasted more than 2 seasons got Super Bowl history. Dave Campo and Jason Garrett. They got Super Bowl. They've been in the family photo. They've been here. They won titles with Jerry. So they got a little longer leash. Okay? Ken Gailey didn't. Okay? He didn't get the same leash. And that's where we are. I mean, we got to quit talking about all these other guys, because it is Schottenheimer. You can't have 3 straight losing seasons or 2 straight losing seasons and stay Cowboys coach. More importantly, and we talking about Dak, are they not tied at the hip? You know, we talk about Dak's legacy. Schottenheimer right there. You get rid of Schottenheimer, do you keep Dak?
Yeah, they're not. To me, they're not tied at the hip.
Okay, I'm just saying that part of when you kept Schottenheimer, hired Schottenheimer, was because of the relationship with Dak. You know, and you know, if you get rid of Schottenheimer, that's going to be an indictment of Dak as well.
Come on now, Unc. So you mean to tell me that a coach cannot miss the playoffs 2 years in a row and still keep their job? That just doesn't add up to me, Cowboys Nation. But you know what? Y'all ready for this raw and uncut? Y'all ready? Let's get it. Get ready for the Angry Cowboys fans, raw and uncut.
I'm being keeping it real. They keep it real. That's real.
All right, Cowboys Nation, first and foremost, I want to make this clear. This isn't a diss video on DLLS Cowboys. I'm not getting on this platform and disrespecting anybody who has the same goal in mind that I do, and that's for the Dallas Cowboys to win a Super Bowl championship. But I would have to disagree with the whole Brian Schottenheimer being on the hot seat after 1 year of being the Dallas Cowboys head coach. The first reason why I would disagree is what Brian Schottenheimer was able to put together during his first year as the head coach. The efficiency of the offense that he called in his first year as the head coach. The way he kept the players' heads in the game after the tragic loss of Marshawn Nealon. The way he handled the sudden trade of his star edge rusher in Micah Parsons at the beginning of his first season as the head coach. The way he made do with who he had and still had the Dallas Cowboys offense in the top 7 in multiple metrics in the NFL. You can't shake your head at that, Cowboys Nation. He has proven that he can be a leader of men. He continues to show us that he can bring these guys together and have the team playing innovative and intelligent football. He has proven that he can be a very creative play caller and can control the game from the headset. Another reason why I don't feel that he should be on the hot seat is due to the fact that it wasn't him who hired the defensive staff last year. That responsibility fell on the shoulders of Jerry and Stephen Jones themselves. Brian Schottenheimer had no say in the defensive coordinator Matt Eberflus last year. Hopeless, Brian Schottenheimer had to watch as the Dallas Cowboys defense continued to rank at the bottom 5 of the league last year. He couldn't complain to Jerry and Stephen Jones because Jerry and Stephen Jones were the ones who brought Eberflus to the Dallas Cowboys again. Matt Eberflus had more of a relationship with the Jones boys than Brian Schottenheimer did. It finally came to an end whenever he was able to send Matt Eberflus up to the booth to call plays, and that's what told me that they were on different wavelengths during the season last year. Then they spoke about Jason Garrett having Super Bowl pedigree, and that's why he was able to go 9-8 for 3 years straight. Come on now. Jason Garrett never brought the Dallas Cowboys a Super Bowl championship as a head coach. He just so happened to be a part of the Jimmy Johnson years and then became a head coach after his NFL career. So, How does that give him leeway more than it gives Brian Schottenheimer any type of leeway as the head coach? But during the DLLS Cowboys segment, Clarence Hill Jr. spoke about a coach not being able to miss the playoffs 2 years in a row and keeping his job. And that's totally not the case, Cowboys Nation. One of the best coaches in Dallas Cowboys history missed the playoffs his first 2 years as a head coach. People hate when I compare Brian Schottenheimer to Jimmy Johnson, but I believe it is a fair comparison, Cowboys Nation. When Jimmy Johnson missed the playoffs in his first 2 years as the Dallas Cowboys head coach, he didn't have a Super Bowl to lean on. He didn't have a Super Bowl winning reputation at that point. He did have some NCAA championship history, but for all we knew, that wasn't going to translate over to the NFL. In Jimmy Johnson's first year as the Dallas Cowboys head coach, the Dallas Cowboys went 1-15 and missed the playoffs. In his second year as the Dallas Cowboys head coach, the team went 7-9 and missed the playoffs. His third year, he was able to coach the Dallas Cowboys to their first playoff appearance together with him as the head coach. They ended up losing in, guess what? The divisional round. It wasn't until Jimmy Johnson's fourth year as the Dallas Cowboys head coach where the team would make it to and win their first Super Bowl championship together. So what does Pop mean when he says that a coach can't miss the playoffs 2 years in a row and still keep his job? I mean, I just don't get it, Cowboys Nation. I understand that the algorithm is an unforgiving beast and you got to keep feeding it in order for it to be happy, but damn. I also understand that having a quiet offseason doesn't help with having stuff to make content with, but this is kind of crazy to me, Cowboys Nation. It doesn't stop with DLLS Cowboys. I saw a Sports Illustrated cover with Dak Prescott on the cover, the headline reading, "Dak is under pressure to win a Super Bowl." I searched high and low for that article associated with that cover and couldn't find it to save my life. The only article that I found that was connected to that magazine was a story from 2021, and the headline read, "Dak Prescott turning heel for some reason or another." I don't get it. Needless to say, the Sports Illustrated cover that I saw was a fake, and people have it circulating around social media. This is what I mean by a quiet offseason being a gift and a curse for the fan base. People are going to come up with video topics and social media posts to grab the attention of the fan base. Whether there's merit in the subject matter, that's another question, Cowboys Nation. But this is my thing. I would much rather struggle to find topics to talk about the Dallas Cowboys than for Jerry and Stephen Jones to accommodate by fabricating storylines within the organization. The only storyline that's currently available for the Dallas Cowboys is the storyline of George Pickens' franchise tag. Will George Pickens get a contract before July 15th? There's only so much George Pickens content that one can stomach before it becomes redundant, so creators have to come up with something to feed the beast. And as far as anyone feeling the pressure of winning a Super Bowl, every player, every coach, every exec, and every owner of this damn team should be feeling the pressure of winning a Super Bowl. It shouldn't just be on one or even 10 people. If you're not in the league to achieve the ultimate prize of said league, then why are you in the league to begin with? But there's no secret that everyone in the Dallas Cowboys organization or an NFL organization altogether should feel the pressure to make it to and win the big game with no hot seat required. No necessity for a video stating the absolute obvious, Cowboys Nation. No need for the clickbaity titles of a YouTube video to gain the fan base's attention. Pressure comes with the territory of being in the NFL. So instead of putting our head coach on the hot seat after 1 year of him being the head coach, how about we speak positivity into the ether instead of controversy? Instead of treating Brian Schottenheimer like Nick Sirianni, putting him on the hot seat every time the season doesn't go our way, how about we allow that man to cook for the second year in a row? Give him the leash that he needs in order to be successful for our Dallas Cowboys. Jerry and Stephen Jones are doing it. Can Cowboys Nation follow suit? This has been your man, the Angry Cowboys Fan. Cowboys Nation, do you think that Brian Schottenheimer should be on the hot seat when it comes to his job after 1 year? Have y'all seen people manufacturing Dallas Cowboys drama this offseason? Y'all know how we do. We always talk about it in the comments section. If you're digging this content and you want to help get it out to even more Dallas Cowboys fans, drop a like on this video, share it with anybody that you know is a Cowboys fan, and if you're on your mobile device and you haven't used them up yet, make sure you hype this video. Doing so will help get the word out to Cowboys fans. They'll come over to the Angry Cowboys Fan YouTube channel and want to become Angry Cowboys fans themselves. And if you are DC for life and you just can't stomach the manufactured storylines that come out of social media, hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell so you don't miss anything from the Angry Cowboys Fan YouTube channel. Also, if you're into Madden 26, College Football 26, or Mortal Kombat franchise talk, check out my other YouTube channel, the Angry Gaming Fan YouTube channel. I'll make sure I put the link to that as well as the gamer tag in the description. And I'm not saying that DLLS Cowboys always manufactures headlines to get the fan base talking, but there are those slow times when it happens, Cowboys Nation. This happens to be one of those slow times in the offseason. As far as the fake Sports Illustrated cover, people will do and say anything to get engagement on their post. It's time to stop giving them my attention and start keeping it real with Cowboys Nation. But this has been your man, the Angry Cowboys Fan. Shout out to DLLS Cowboys and everything that they do over there. I'm a fan. And I'm out. Dang, Angry Cowboys fan, you done made it through the entire video. But if you want more content, you can definitely go to this video right here. Or if you want the latest episode of the Angry Cowboys Fan podcast, you can go right here. But whatever you do, like, share, and subscribe to the channel, but remain DC for life.